What's up guys, welcome to another fingerpicking lesson. Marco here. Let's talk about chords, voicing and extensions. In the chord progression I was playing at the beginning of the video, I was using a lot of different musical elements, okay, such as extensions. And what an extension is basically, additional notes that I can play on top of the basic chord. Now the basic chord is just 3 notes, root note, third and fifth. So everything that I add on top of that will be an extension, such as 7th, 9th, 11th and 13th, okay? Now we're not going to use all of them because that will be too much, but I want to show you how you can spice things up with simple extensions, okay? Also, different voicing, okay? Now the voicing is the singing note of a chord, and in the B section, I was playing the same chord but with different voicing, and I want to show you how to do that because it's just an awesome way to spice things up. Now you can get the tab, check my Patreon page, you can also support this channel obviously, and access additional stuff from this channel. And then guys, you can subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up with all the upcoming lessons. Now let's have a close up, let's get started, super excited, have fun with this lesson. Alright guys, let's get started with the chord progression. Now the chord progression we are playing, the basic chord progression we are playing is A minor, F, C and G. And then we have a B section with different chords, okay? Now, the first chord we are playing is A minor 9. Then F, add 9. C suspended. And G, 6, okay? Now, the first chord is A minor 9, and I'm playing it like this. You have the A string open, the D string fret number 2, the G string fret number 4, which is the 9th, the note B, and the B string fret number 1, okay? You also have the E string. The finger picking pattern is very simple. So I'm playing A, D, G, and B, and then the E string, okay? I'm playing it with the middle finger, but you can use the ring finger again. Now the F add 9. Beautiful sounding chord, one of my favorite chords. And I explain like this: the D string fret number 3, the G string open, the B string fret number 1, and the E string open. And the 9th is here, the G string, okay? And I'm playing it like this. The finger picking pattern is different. You have the B string, the D string, the G, the B string again, and the E string. Okay, so it's 2, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you let it ring out, okay? The third chord is C suspended, which creates a beautiful melody within the chord. So I'm playing the A string fret number 3, which is the root note, the G string open, and the B string fret number 6, which is the note F. And this note is actually the 4th, okay? Or the suspended. It's basically what gives the chord the name, the suspended sus4, okay? And then the E string open. Now because we're also playing the E string, okay, which is the major third, okay, this chord could also be a C add 11 chord, okay, because we're also playing the major third. Now the way we're plucking this chord is different, okay? So we have thumb on the A string, the G string open, then the E string, okay, then the B string, and the E string again. So you have 5, 3, 1, 2, 1. Alright, so be careful with the picking pattern. And then the last chord, the G6, okay? So I'm sliding from the fret number 6 to the fret number 3, and I put down the chord, the low E fret number 3, which is the G, and then the G string open, the B string fret number 3, and the E string open, which is the 6th, okay? And I'm plucking the chord like this. The B string is the first note that I'm actually playing from the chord. Then I have the E string, the bass note, and then the G string, the B string, and the E string, okay? So when I put it together, beautiful sounding chord progression, okay? There is just one single variation that I do when I repeat the chord progression again, which is on the F chord, okay? So you want to practice this one, practice this first part, and then when you play the chord progression again, I will play the A minor 9, But when I play the F, I will change the voicing just to, you know, change things around a little bit, and I will play the F that you already learned, but this time with the E string fret number 3, okay? So then you put down the F with the E string fret 3, and you play B, D, G, B, and the E string, okay? And that's the only thing that we change, because then we're gonna have the C and the G6 the same, okay? So the whole thing. And that's it. Beautiful sounding chords with extensions, okay? And take it step by step, guys. The B section I'm gonna show you right now is going to have a lot of different voicing, okay? Let's check it out. Alright guys, now the B section, different chord progression, C major, G major, A minor, and F. But we're gonna play with different voicing. And what that means is we're going to put down the basic chord, and then we're gonna change several strings as we play the chord. Okay, and this is an awesome technique, guys, because you play just a basic chord, but you kind of have the feeling of playing different chords, okay, different voicing. Now the first chord is C major, very simple. The A string fret 3, the D string fret 2, G string open, the B string fret number 1, and the E string open. Just a basic chord. And the thumb is gonna go on the bass, on the playing 16th note, okay? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the thumb is always gonna keep going. Now the set of strings that we are playing is going to be the B and E string, then the G and the B, and then the D and G. Okay? Now, the first thing you want to memorize is this, you know, B and E, G and B, and D and G. And then the pattern is going to be this one. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay? So you have 3, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And then you have 4 notes just with the thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And then you go back to the first position with B and E. 1, 2, and then G and B. 1, 2. So you have to memorize the pattern. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? Now, once you memorize the pattern, guys, it's the same for the other chords as well. Now, the second chord is G major. I put down the basic G, the low E fret number 3, G, B, and E string fret number 3. Just the basic chord, okay? I don't play the A string fret number 2, okay? So I don't fret the notes. And I do the same picking pattern. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? So I'm going to start with B and E, G and B, D and G, then the thumb only 4 times, and then I go back to B and E, and G and B. Okay? Now the A minor, basic chords, A string open, D and G string fret number 2, and the B string fret number 1, okay? E string open as well. Same picking pattern. Okay? Same thing, guys. And then the last one is the F major 7. Okay? And here there is one exception only. You play the D string fret number 3, the G string fret number 2, and the B string fret number 1. Also the E string open. Beautiful sounding F major 7 chord. And we're gonna pluck like this. You have the thumb obviously now is on the D string, which is the root note. And you're gonna pluck B and E, then G and B, and then you're gonna have just the thumb and the G string twice. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Then the thumb 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. You go back to the first set of string, and then the second. So the finger picking pattern is the same. The only difference is that now when you play the G string, you want to play one string only, because we don't have enough strings, okay? Okay, so really awesome way to practice different voicing. Now you want to play this one twice, okay, and then you go back to the same chord progression, okay? But if you want to end the exercise here, you could play the F, okay? So you could play the F, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then playing the D string, sorry, the B string fret 3, slide to 5, and finish with the C major chord, okay? 2 different ways of playing chords, extensions, and different voicing. I hope you liked the lesson, guys. See you on the next video.